Hey everyone, Mick here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the two most important questions that you need to ask yourself before you start a diet or any type of weight loss regimen. Now, any diet out there that restricts your calories is going to help you lose weight in the short term. But the problem is that over time, I would always gain the weight back. I was constantly yo-yo dieting. I would lose weight and gain it back and just repeat that cycle over and over again. Eventually, I realized that there were two very important questions that I needed to ask myself whenever I was thinking about starting a diet or some type of weight loss regimen. And the first question was, is the diet sustainable? Diets that promise quick results and fast weight loss usually require us to eat so differently than we normally eat. And the more restrictive and extreme the diet is, the harder it is to stick to long term. So if the diet you're considering cuts your calories too low, or forces you to eat foods that you don't like, or eat them in a certain time frame that doesn't fit your lifestyle, or limits you to only certain allowable foods, you need to ask yourself, is this something you can realistically stick to? Not just for the short term, but the long term. And if the answer is no, don't start the diet. It has way too many obstacles working against you before you even start. The best diet is not the most extreme. It's the one that you can live with without feeling miserable. The second question is, what happens after the diet is over? The problem with diets is we look at them as a temporary thing. Dieting for me was always something that I did for a period of time to get quick results and to lose weight. And once I lost the weight, the diet was over. I would just stop. There was never really any thought about what would happen next. So here's how it usually went for me. I would find the new magical diet. They were never really that magical. That would promise me all this massive weight loss in a short period of time. Then I'd set a start date, always a Monday, and I'd end up binging my favorite foods all weekend long. Monday arrives and I go from eating pizza, burgers, and fries to egg whites, grilled chicken, rice, and plain broccoli, even though I haven't had a piece of broccoli in like months. The shift was so extreme, but I would try to stick to it just by using willpower. And if I did get to the point where I actually lost the weight that I wanted to, the diet was over. I was done. But as usual, over time, I would slowly start gaining the weight back, and I'd just go back to my regular eating habits. And a lot of times when I was done with the diet, I would go into this reward mentality where I would tell myself, well, you just went through this restrictive period of eating where you lost all this weight, so you deserve to eat the foods that you didn't allow yourself to eat before. And if I came off of a diet with a lot of rules and guidelines, the fact that I didn't have any more rules just made it more easy for me to start overeating. The big issue was that I didn't have a plan for long-term success, a way that I could easily continue to maintain my weight loss. So, what is the answer to these two questions? The answer is this: don't start a diet unless you know you can stick to it long term. And don't end the diet unless you have a plan as to what you're going to do next. Ask yourself, can I eat this way long term? Can I make this a part of my real life? Meaning, do I like the foods that I'm eating? Is it simple to maintain? Does it fit into my schedule, my social life? If the answer is no, then the results are not going to last. The goal of weight loss should not be to torture yourself or to suffer through some temporary plan. It should be to build eating habits that are manageable, that are balanced, and that you can repeat. That's what sustainability means. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be doable. And when the diet ends, and by end I mean that you've lost the weight that you want to lose and that the active weight loss phase is over, does it have a plan for what comes afterwards? And that's where so many people would go wrong, including myself. For years, I would hit my goal, and then I'd have no plan, no structure, just nothing. And then I would just go back to my regular habits. Instead, you need a transition plan, a way to shift to maintenance. So does your diet plan have an easy way to modify it so that you can maintain your weight loss afterwards? Think about how you're going to adjust your calories. Maintain the habits that you built. Stay consistent long term. Because losing weight isn't the hard part. Keeping it off is. And if your plan is not built for long-term success, then you're just going to go back into the weight loss, weight gain cycle over and over again. So remember, stop looking for a quick fix. Instead, choose a plan that you could live with. Don't rush the process, and always think about what comes after. That's how you turn a diet into a lifestyle, and that's how you make your results last for good. And for more information on how I made my diet into a lifestyle, check out my video, Why Diets Don't Work and What to Do Instead. I will put a link in the description below if you want to check out that video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what I had to say, click the like button, subscribe, remember to stay active, and I'll see you in the next video.